Yeah, g'day Unimog drivers. I assume that's the only people who will ever watch something like this. This is a new series I'm going to put together called Mog and Dog. Since the Unimog usually has Charlie sitting up in the seat, and I mean, we all know Unimog ownership can be a little bit like owning a boat, as in BOAT, bring on another 1,000. So I thought I'd go through, like everyone, we all customize our Unimogs for our own purpose. And I thought I'd go through sort of $1,000 at a time. You know, obviously some things are more, you know, you can't get a big winch for $1,000. But sort of go through $1,000 at a time, what I spent, what I did to customize my Unimog for my use to make it what I want it to be. I waited till all the mowers were stopped and now there's a chopper coming. But anyway, I thought this particular $1,000 may interest a lot of people who think, this is kind of beyond what I want to spend on my Unimog. But this grand, I think, was probably the best grand I spent since buying it and setting it up mainly for motorbike camping. So yeah, the two things that I am talking about are 24 volt retrofit electric windows. So just to make it nicer for you know, just general jump in, put the windows down, cool the cabin down quickly, and then when you're driving, you know, sometimes you want the windows up, sometimes you want the windows down. It's got the two buttons, so I'll leave the link down below where I bought them. And the other is air conditioning. So you can see there that I've got the air conditioning set up in the middle. I'll jump up and show you that one. So this is the 24 volt fully independent setup. So I've got an isolator switch down the back, so it doesn't go through the key, so that I can leave it on, like even if I just want to zip into the shops and leave the dog, or if you want to eat lunch somewhere slightly cooler. But let me show you the installation, because I don't think a lot of people have done it this way. Most other people that I've seen have put it under the bonnet. So let me show you how I've done mine. Okay, so as you can see, my condenser mounts between the two tanks that I already had. I didn't even have to drill holes. I just put the 4 bolts in with a bit of rubber on the left hand side for where the two hoses are to get it back, and the compressor just drilled 4 bolts in the bottom and they're on rubber mounts, so very simple with lots of slack. So as part of installing the electric window kit that I got that goes on the winder for the windows, I did take this regulator out because it was clicking and getting stuck, and as you can see, part of the spring, get out of there. Wait, destructor. Okay, so inside the winder mechanism there's actually a spring which winds up and takes up some of the tension, and over the years, I guess 40 years, this one made a bid for freedom and started coming out of the housing, which is all wonky in there. So yeah, thanks to the great companies that we have here that support our Mog habits. I ordered these from Ultimate Mogs. A couple of days later, a nice set of tools turned up, set of parts turned up, service kits and some other bits and pieces. I'm pretty sure this one has to be in the other position to go in. Oh, that wine's nice. Real nice. So, I'll get that installed on the track. Wind it down while your the backing plate turns. Backing plate there. It's got to come this side. This side of the other track. There we go. And wind this until the bolt holes line up. Okay, so that was a terrible view from behind of what I was doing. But basically, get it in, get this quadrant in front of the track for this window. Make sure that it's on the track for the window up and down, and line it up till the bolt holes line up. Now I'm using this bolt hole for the winder. So the nuts for these three can go in, and then I've put nutserts in for the other two bolts for the winder. So I use that one, and that one with little nutserts. So we'll get that bolted up, the original bolts. I'm sure this is going to work better than that one with the spring sticking out of it, that's for sure. Alright, let's see how that goes with the handle before we install the electrics. Oh, that is smooth. Nothing is binding. The spring inside it helps it go up a little. That is nice. Very nice. High five. Alright, so now let's get the panel on. Feed the wire through. I also got some new clips to secure this panel. So I've got the wiring coming through, which is one power wire, and the control for the switch on this side. Put the other clips in later. So as you can see, I've got these three. Alright, and here's the driver's one, which I actually didn't think was too bad, but if you notice what's missing, the spring to help you with the weight of the window is missing on this one. So it has always been a bit of a grind to crank up, so I'll fit this one and then see how different it is. Wind it into the standard position. slot. Wander up till the holes line up there. There we go. There. Before I finish, I'll just put a little grease in the track up in there, and because that hasn't been looked at for a long time. All right, so putting this back in, I just put a bit of grease in the tracks because these are pretty dry. Sort of rejuvenated the grease in there, and rotated it around until all the bolt holes lined up and got one started with the new winder with the helper spring. So these three go in, and then these three, the two nutserts plus this one, are for the electric winder kit. I'll put a link down the bottom for those. Give it a try, make sure everything is working manually. Okay, back her off a bit. It's a bit stiff actually. It's better. All right. All right. So that's going up and down nicer now. Don't want it right at the top. They're tight. Window card goes on next. So the power to this was relatively easy. All I had to do was provide 24 volts to the loom and run it through the door over to the other side. There were one power wire and one switch wire like this, turned up to the other side. This side's got two because you've got the controller for this side and the other side. And the way I've done it with the nutserts, that all goes up. It's pretty easy to set up. Alright, so this one lines up with the existing one bolt that we left off. These two go into my nutserts, which are awesome. But started. Space this one out a little because it hasn't got anything down here. This side a little just to keep it even, because you want a little bit of tension on it. That one. Get that parallel. Get this one tight like a tiger. Alright. Tuck that in to your power wire. These two have got markings on them. One goes to the back one. Two marks goes to the front one. Come on. Let's see. And the window on the other side, down, up. I call that done. And that, along with the air conditioning, I would have said was the best $1,000 you could spend on your Unimog on accessories, because that's basically what this kit plus the air conditioning cost, plus gassing up the air conditioning. But I also chose to replace the regulators because both of them were probably originals. They definitely had the stamps and look at the originals, and that one was missing a spring. So yeah, makes it much more usable. It's always all about being a little more comfortable doing what you're doing. Cheers.